What's up guys, Torbro here, and we're going to take a look at a couple of new Star Wars The Last Jedi series 3 3/4 inch figures from Hasbro. These are the new Yoda and Obi-Wan figures. They are sort of a part of the current assortment. So far I think they've only been found at Walmart's, and I found them inside a normal case of what's called the teal assortment. So the cases are labeled teal and orange. On Force Friday, I picked up an entire set of, 11 figures, I think is what it was. And, these two were not in those cases when I was at Target in the morning. These have only been found at Walmart, as far as I know. And they seem to be short packing other figures to get these in these cases. So I'm not sure if that's an ongoing thing or just how it's going to be, but that seems to be the case for now. They are on the same standard kind of card back that all the other Last Jedi figures are. We've got some prequel era Yoda art there. We've got Obi-Wan there. The back has a kind of cross-sell for the Force Link stuff. I don't have that thing. I don't know if I'm going to get it at all. I really don't care for this packaging. The more I look at it, it is incredibly tiny. There is no cross-sell for any other figures in terms of showing the wave, and there's no character bios. There's really nothing. It's just a bunch of warnings and ads for this goofy Force Link stuff, which even if I did have it, I probably wouldn't use it. So let's pull these guys out and take a closer look. All right, now we're going to start off by looking at Obi-Wan, and I'm going to preface this review by saying that while I do buy 3 3/4 inch figures, I had a long period where I did not buy them, so I'm not an authority when it comes to, how good he is compared to the myriad other Obi-Wans out there. Same with Yoda. I do know that I can tell you what I like about this figure, what I don't like about it, and I do collect them, so it's not like I don't own a lot of these things. I'm just not 100% when it comes to 3 3/4 inch, because I stopped during the prequel era and I picked up back again with The Force Awakens. So just a little caveat for those of you that are more informed about this figure than I am. Now, as far as the overall figure itself goes with this wave for Obi-Wan, I'm pretty pleased with it. I think he looks pretty good. The face sculpt is relatively decent, and they've got some interesting paint going on with the hair and the beard. It looks almost like they used sort of a photo printing or the dot matrix style paint applications, and it looks pretty good. He has a pliable robe that you can remove if you so choose. You pop the arms off, and then you can put the arms back on, but then of course he looks kind of funny because of the color combinations there. As far as articulation goes, the head can swivel, the arms can rotate. They're on kind of like a reverse ball, I think, and then the legs can move forward, and that's pretty much it. He's only a true 5 POA figure, and he looks kind of funny if you've got his leg up. Obviously, he's obviously in his Episode 4 robes, so this is A New Hope era Obi-Wan. Let me get that head straight again, and I think for the most part they did him pretty good justice here. We've got a nice color combination, good paint apps overall. I'm relatively pleased, and then of course we do have his lightsaber, and he's really meant to hold it in kind of a two-handed stance. He's basically built to hold the lightsaber like this, and it's pretty good. I'm overall very pleased. This is honestly one of the first, actually I think this is the first new era Star Wars figure 5 POA, the 3 3/4, that I have actually opened since Force Awakens. I have all of Force Awakens, all of Rogue One, but they're all on their cards still. That might change as I get my toy room put together, but for the purposes of doing some reviews, I figured let's actually break the seal and pull one of these out. And I think, in terms of a 5 POA figure, I picked a decent one. This looks like Obi-Wan to me. Now, as far as Yoda goes, I'm actually a little more impressed with Yoda. He has a few more tricks up his sleeve in terms of articulation, and I think they've got his likeness down pretty well. Paint's not the best on him, but it's decent, and he comes with 2 accessories. So we have got, as far as articulation goes, we have got ball sockets on the shoulders, so he can go all around with his arms. They go all over the place. Head can swivel, go up and down. He's got a waist twist. It's not very easy to use, but he's got it. And then his ankles are articulated as well. They can swivel a bit. I'm not sure he really needs all of that, but he's got it, so that's good. Like I said, he does come with 2 accessories. He's got his lightsaber, so this is essentially Attack of the Clones era Yoda. He basically, it comes decked out like that, and then he's got his little, what do they call it? His walking stick, but it's called something else, like Gimmer stick or something like that. He can't hold it very well, I find. Basically, the right hand is the gripping hand. The left hand is a little more open, so you can't really have him holding both. At least not on my figure. It doesn't want to do that. I'm going to have him using the lightsaber just because I don't care for that little stick, and it honestly doesn't sit very well in his hand to begin with. He does have a removable cape. His is a little harder to get off because you got to pull the arms out a different way than Obi-Wan. We do have some hair that is painted, and it's pretty decent. The sculpt on the face is pretty good. The paint is kind of lacking. He could use at least a little wash, I think. But for what we've got here, I mean, I don't know, he's tiny. Here's Obi-Wan next to him. Look, he's pretty good in scale, too. So he comes to just under Obi-Wan's waist. I think they did a pretty good job here. I don't know what more I could have really asked for out of this little guy. So yeah, these are pretty decent figures. I am happy to have them. I'm glad I opened these. It makes me want to open the other ones. So I guess that's a positive. It makes me want to open more figures that I normally wouldn't have opened otherwise. I think Obi-Wan might be my favorite of the two. I think it looks really, really nice. There's a lot of detail in that face, surprisingly, for such a small figure. I think they could do this on Black Series. It might look a little better sometimes. I do like the fact that we've got two accessories with Yoda. Those extra points of articulation are very interesting. I'm not sure he needs them, but it's nice. And then overall, they just look good together. They're a nice pair of figures. So that is going to do it for this look at the Last Jedi series Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi figures from Hasbro. Let me know what you think down below. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share that whole thing. And until next time, everyone.